With the all-new God and Monsters slate well underway, DC is finally moving forward under the new direction of James Gunn. The hiring of James Gunn definitely came as a pleasant surprise for many superhero fans. Gunn first made it into superhero mainstream when he brought the 2014 Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy to life. The first Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 movie was critically acclaimed by both reviewers and fans, scoring an impressive 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was not only a critical success but also a box office one, bringing in $773 million. The 2017 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had similar success at the box office, bringing in $863 million. It is worth pointing out though that James Gunn did not always have the best history under Marvel Studios. In 2018, Disney made the brain-dead decision to fire James Gunn over past controversial tweets. This of course was in the thick of the Me Too movement when everyone was out for blood. The firing of James Gunn over bad jokes many years ago was extremely controversial. Subsequently, it is also a decision that they might live to regret. Although they did rehire him, this did not happen before he signed a deal with Warner Bros. For a Suicide Squad movie. This would be the beginning of an unprecedented partnership. This opportunity landed Gunn an additional offer to direct a brand new Superman movie. At the time, James Gunn rejected the offer as it would have meant that he had to pick up where Zack Snyder left off. Back then, Henry Cavill was still the Man of Steel, so he would have been forced to operate with those restrictions. This rejection did of course not last forever. Gunn revealed in a recent interview that he decided to accept the offer from DC to write and direct a brand new Superman movie. This offer was accepted 6 months before Henry Cavill was relieved of his duties as Superman. It was also before he received the title of DC CEO. The hiring of James Gunn as CEO has turned lots of heads. Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Incredible Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, recently spoke at Emerald City Comic Con. In the interview, he had quite a few things to say. He stated when asked about the hiring of Gunn as DC CEO, "I would say, hire James Gunn, cause nobody does it better. And Marvel should be sweating because James Gunn is a really gifted filmmaker, and I think he's going to be amazing for that franchise." Ruffalo, who interestingly enough has never starred in his own standalone Hulk movie, is not alone in this sentiment. Hiring the correct person to carry this universe forward was always going to be an uphill battle. The Zack Snyder verse might not have been the best, but it did have its moments. One thing that Snyder did get right was the casting. With an entirely new set of actors coming into the space, any director will have their work cut out for them. Experience in this regard is key. James Gunn might not have been the first choice for this job, but after Joker director Todd Phillips rejected the offer, he is definitely the best. Looking at Marvel Studios today, it is hard to believe that they are even the same studio. Although they still have their moments, it is a far cry from their former glory days. At its peak, the three phases of Marvel were unlike anything we have ever seen before. Together they grossed over $28.7 billion at the box office, making it the most successful franchise in history. Endgame, appropriately named, was also the end of the road for many Marvel fans. While Phase 4 of the cinematic universe definitely has its moments, it is far removed from what it used to be. Spider-Man remains a massive hit for Marvel. It is also still a fan favorite. Tom Holland's Spider-Man: Homecoming grossed $880 million at the box office. Spider-Man: Far From Home made an impressive $1.1 billion, while No Way Home is sitting at $1.9 billion. Sadly, this is where the good times stop. At least for me. Movies like Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness failed to resonate with audiences. New movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania sadly also does not do much for the fanbase. While not a terrible movie by any stretch of the imagination, it did heavily underperform at the box office. The movie currently stands at $420.3 million. While this might sound impressive if you take the budget and marketing into consideration, a very small profit is on the cards. The upcoming The Marvels movie starring Brie Larson is not doing that much better either. The film has been riddled with delays. Rumors of bad screen tests and reshooting have been making the rounds. There is still hope that Marvel can pull it together, but that is shrinking every day. DC Studios right now have the ability to do something great. They might be following in the footsteps of what Marvel did before, but James Gunn can actually do it better. There is already a lot of excitement over the upcoming Superman Legacy movie set to release in 2025. This movie will follow the journey of a younger Superman still discovering his powers. While fans might have wanted a Man of Steel 2 movie starring Henry Cavill, this new version does have the potential to stand on its own as great. From here we will see a number of new movies and series as well. Batman, the Brave and the Bold will once again see a brand new Bruce Wayne being cast. For the first time since 2011, the Green Lantern will be making a return to the universe in an all-new series called The Lanterns. Swamp Thing, Creature Commandos, and Waller is all set to follow in this brand new universe as well. Not to mention Supergirl, who will be getting her very own movie as well. The upcoming Flash movie starring Ezra Miller will officially be the launch of this all-new universe. With all of this new content on the way, Marvel might be feeling a little nervous right about now. For the last 12 years, they have stood on the mountain alone. Now that crown is up for grabs and it might be taken by a former employee. While there is also plenty of room to mess up this all-new DC slate, the potential is endless. There has never been a better time to be a superhero fan. Ultimately, only time will tell how all of this is going to play out.